Hello Pokemon trainers, welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Battle Stadium singles video here on iStarly TV. This is part of my Road to Master series where I try to climb the online ranked Battle Stadium singles ladder. And I'm back again today with a brand new team, and I am still recovering from being sick, so if I maybe sound a little different or not quite as energetic, that's why. So apologies if I sound weird, if I sound weirder than normal. But this new team here I've been working on, obviously, as you'll notice, it is focused on Hydrapple, which is a brand new Pokemon that was added with the Indigo Disk DLC. And I really like Hydrapple. If you've followed my content for a while, you probably know that I'm a real big fan of really all of the Applin evolutions, like every single one, and there's a ton of them. I've always been a fan of Flapple and Flapple and Appleton. Now I'm getting the names mixed up. And the fact that we got two more Applin evolutions over the course of the DLCs in Scarlet and Violet made me really happy. So this is my first time using Hydrapple, and I'm trying to play to its strengths. So we've got max HP and max special attack with the moves Yawn, Draco Meteor, Leaf Storm, and Recycle. So a really interesting moveset, kind of a weird one here. You'll notice the item we have is the Eject Pack, which is the item that when any of our stats gets lowered, we automatically switch out. So obviously with the moves Draco Meteor and Leaf Storm, it allows us to hit off or fire off a really powerful move, and then we trigger the Eject Pack, and then we get to automatically switch into something else. So that's kind of the goal with this set. You know, in testing, it's been fun. There's been situations where it works really well. There's been situations where it's a little awkward because our only source of damage is these moves that lower our special attack. So it's possible that we could have a situation where if Hydrapple is our last Pokemon, we are in a little bit of trouble if we can't one-hit KO the enemy, because, you know, obviously we are going to have to use moves that are going to weaken over time. Recycle is very interesting because usually you see Recycle with berries because it allows you to, as it says, recycle your berries that you use. It also works with Eject Pack. So if we Draco Meteor, switch out with the Eject Pack, we consume the Eject Pack, and then later on we can go back into Hydrapple and recycle to find the Eject Pack again and go for another Draco Meteor or Leaf Storm. And then we also have Yawn to kind of force switches and put things to sleep, obviously. Regenerator it complements this set really nicely because we can, we're really slow, so we could take some damage from something and then fire off like a really strong Leaf Storm or something like that. And then with the Eject Pack, we switch out automatically, which will heal us by a third of our HP, so that the next time we come in, we can take another hit or something like that. So that's the theory with Hydrapple. We'll see if it works out. It's a pretty fun one. In all honesty, I haven't really found the best situations to always bring it. Like, I'll do my best to find good opportunities to bring it, but I've been liking it, and it's a fun Pokemon, so definitely want to try something different. A lot of everything else that I'm using is pretty standard. We've got Assault Vest Scizor, which I've used in the past. Pretty straightforward, max HP, max attack, Terra Water. I don't think I need too much explanation there. I love Scizor, of course, and it's pretty good in the meta at picking off things like Flutter Mane and weaker things like that. Then we have Ting-Lu. This is a newer, it's not new, like this is the same Ting-Lu that I've been using since Ting-Lu released in Scarlet and Violet in Battle Stadium singles. But I've recently switched the move Ruination for Heavy Slam, which gives me a really good matchup against Flutter Manes. I can just one-hit KO Flutter Mane if the opponent tends to lead with Flutter Mane, because otherwise sometimes if they lead Flutter Mane against me, sometimes I don't really know exactly what to do. Like I could get up a Stealth Rock, but then they can get off a lot of damage with like Moonblast or something like that. I don't know. I've just found Heavy Slam has been pretty solid. Then we have Terra Steel Dragonite. This is nothing super special. I think Terra Steel has been on the rise as one of the most common or popular Terra types for Dragonite for a while now. Obviously Normal is still up there as well, but Steel gives it a really good defensive typing. It allows it to resist Fairy and Ice, which are otherwise super effective against it, and Dragon. And it gives it Stab on Iron Head, which is also just a solid move. So, Dragonite doesn't need too much more explanation. The last two Pokemon are also a little bit unique. First, we have Tauros, Water Tauros, not Blaze Breed. Is it Aqua Breed? I forgot the name of it, but either way, interesting set here. I don't remember exactly why I settled on Tauros, but I was looking for a specific Pokemon that could kind of fit a specific role on the team. And I think, like, you know, this is a Pokemon that helps me against Chen Pao, for example. It's pretty good against a lot of physical attackers in general, because we have Intimidate and we've got decent defense, and then we also have the Rocky Helmet item, so it's also decent against like opposing Dragonites. And then from there we've got, like, you know, 4 moves that are pretty good. We are also Terra Steel with Iron Head, kind of like Dragonite, because that complements Tauros' typing pretty well. Finally, we have Iron Moth with a new set that I haven't tried out recently, or haven't tried out on any video. With Iron Moth, I typically like to run Booster Energy with some bulk, but Iron Moth now has the access to the move Meteor Beam, which is a 2-turn move. It's kind of like Electroshock, Archaludon's new move, it's a 2-turn move. I think it's like 140 or 150 base power rock type move, special attack, but it takes 2 turns to use. So the first turn you kind of charge up power and you boost your special attack, and then the second turn you fire off a really strong rock type move. So Power Herb allows us to just do it all in one hit, which is insane, because Iron Moth already has a really high special attack stat. Iron Moth's also really good against Pokemon like Flutter Mane, because we 4 times resist Moonblast, and then we typically take Shadow Balls pretty nicely, and we can do massive damage with like Meteor Beam or Fiery Dance or even Sludge Wave. And then we went Terra Grass because it's a pretty good defensive Terra type for Iron Moth, and then we added, I added Energy Ball for the offensive coverage on that. So yeah, that's the team. We're gonna see how it does. I have been liking this team. Definitely hope Hydrapple can shine here because I really like it, but let's see how it goes. There's the team code if you'd like to try it out, and game number 1 coming up. Interesting. All right, game number 1, right off the bat, we have Torkoal, which you don't typically see, but most importantly, we have Alcremie, whatever, however you want to say that, which you really never see. Even in Sword and Shield when it debuted, it wasn't very common. So I'm honestly not entirely sure what it can do. I think it has a good special attack stat and like some good bulk. I know it's a pure fairy type. Beyond that, I am not too sure what it's going to do, so that could throw me off completely. Guess the question is, do we want to lead Ting-Lu? I kind of wonder if they're going to lead Torkoal, which means I don't know if I want to lead Ting-Lu. I kind of want to lead with Iron Moth here. The problem is if I lead Moth and they lead Roaring Moon, that's really bad. They could also lead Iron Bundle, which would not be good for me at all. It could be, though. I could Terra Grass. All right. Maybe this is really aggressive, and maybe not the best idea, but I am going to lead with Iron Moth. I am going to bring Hydrapple. It looks decent against some of their Pokemon. And then I think from there, it's between these two, either Dragonite or Tauros. And I think that's going to be Tauros. I think Dragonite's better against Roaring Moon, but Tauros is better against most everything else. I don't know. We're going to find out. If I get a good lead matchup here with my Iron Moth, though, that gives me really good momentum, because Iron Moth has potential to do massive damage right off the bat, depending on who they lead with. And it is Torkoal, just as I expected, so I am going to get to fire off that Meteor Beam right away. They also have Drought here, which is going to boost my fire attacks in the future. But yeah, we're just going to go for that Meteor Beam right off the bat. Oh, it's 120 power. I guess it does have 90 accuracy, so it's possible it could miss. That would be hilarious in an awful way if it missed. I just expect them to go for Stealth Rock here, so I'm not really super concerned of them. Like, I mean, they could Yawn, which would be really annoying. No way. Oh my god, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. So we missed the Meteor Beam, just as I was saying. Just as I pointed out that it has 90 accuracy. We did retain the special attack boost, for what it's worth. I don't know if we're going to kill them, though. I know Torkoal doesn't have great special defense. That's just hilarious, though. That's just hilarious. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, we do a lot of damage, but I mean, obviously, given that damage, we would have knocked them out with the Meteor Beam. But why would the universe let us do that, right? So that's hilarious and awkward. The one upside to that situation is that they have not got up Stealth Rock. The problem is, if I go into Tauros now... Yeah, that's actually rough. If I go into Hydrapple, they're going to be... Actually? I actually think Hydrapple's faster than Torkoal, but the problem is we only have Draco Meteor to hit it, so we would switch out. Maybe that's okay, but then we are using our eject pack. I don't know. Yeah, this is potentially rough. I think Hydrapple's faster than Torkoal. I know Torkoal's insanely slow. Hydrapple's very slow, but so is Torkoal. Maybe they'll switch. Yeah, we are faster. Okay. I mean, it feels really weird to knock them out with a Draco Meteor, but like I said, we are going to get the eject pack. I think the one upside to this as well is that we will get the Intimidate from our Tauros. But Tauros is going to have to do a lot of work here for this game. Yeah, Tauros is going to have to carry us, which I don't think it's capable of doing, if I'm being honest. Especially since they have Sun up, so it's kind of like our water moves. I mean, our water moves are nerfed because it's in the sun. So it's almost like we kind of don't have water. Oh, yeah. Do we get the Intimidate? Its attack stat was heightened. Did we not get the Intimidate? Is it because we went in first? Probably. They're probably going to Terra. I'm going to Terra also. I know that they're going to have Earthquake, but my hope is that they just go for like Terra Steel and, or no, Terra Flying and go for like Acrobatics, because I think that's typically what Roaring Moon does. But if they play it smart, oh, they just Outrage. Oh, that's even better. That's great. Oh, never mind, it's not. I said that's great because we resist that, but obviously Roaring Moon is so insanely powerful that it just does not matter. So what do we do now? We switch, and then what? We switch, we die. We go back into Tauros, we Intimidate them. But given how much that Outrage did, like, I don't think we're surviving that, right? We stay in, we're dead. They take a little bit of Rocky Helmet damage. Okay, I think I have to switch. If there's any chance of me winning this, which I don't think is the case, we have to switch here. Go into Hydrapple, they go Outrage and kill me. If they get the Confusion here, that's kind of our only hope at this point, I think. Yeah, we get cleanly one-hit KO'd by the Outrage. It's funny because we had the perfect Terra type for them for Outrage. Like, I wasn't really expecting them. Oh, the Photosynthesis wears off. Oh, they might be Choice Banded. Maybe they were Choice Banded plus the Sun. Maybe that's why. So maybe it's possible we survive this because now they're at -1 attack and they lost the Photosynthesis boost. Is there ever a world where I close combat here? Does it matter? We're not faster than them, so I don't think it really matters. I guess I'll Iron Head so we don't get the defense boost just in case. I mean, I'm not even sure we're going to live this. We might. Nope. Okay. All right, that's game number 1. Kind of awkward. I like Roaring Moon a lot. I want to try it out more. But that was a rough one, mainly because of that first turn miss. The battle would have been extremely different had we not missed that first turn. Because, I mean, one of the flaws of the Pokemon I brought is that there's just not that much damage, right? Iron Moth was meant to do that much damage, and I got the lead prediction correct. I just missed. So that's pretty funny. If I had hit them and knocked them out, they probably would have gone into Roaring Moon after that and forced me out, but at least at that point, I would still have Iron Moth in the back to threaten. But yeah, that was a tough one. Let's just go to game 2. We have game number 2. We have Toxapex. We have Landorus. We have Mimikyu. We have a lot of annoying Pokemon. I like Hydrapple, but I think the simple fact that they have Toxapex and even Dragonite makes me not want to bring it. Because, like, Toxapex is just so tanky and we're just not going to do that much damage to it. Huh. I do not like Toxapex. I think I like Moth again. Iron Moth's really good against really their whole team in different ways. I wonder if I lead with it. I wonder if I lead with it, though, then I'm worried about them leading with Urshifu. So I think I like Tauros. Dragonite. Dragonite's nice, too. Do I bring these 3? What about Ting-Lu? Do they have any Stealth Rock? They might not have Stealth Rock. But if I lead Ting-Lu and they lead Toxapex. I guess that's also not that bad. If they lead Urshifu, though, that's a problem. I think Ting-Lu might be worth it. And then I definitely want Iron Moth. And then once again, the question is between these two. I'm going to say it's Tauros, mainly because of Intimidate. The problem is Tauros struggles more against Toxapex. Yeah, Tauros completely struggles against Toxapex. I mean, Dragonite doesn't love going against Toxapex, but Tauros hates it. So we're going to have to keep that in mind. They lead Mimikyu. I have a lot of options here. Mimikyu could do a lot of damage too. I think I'm just going to Earthquake right off the bat just to break that disguise. They play rough. So that shows that we will survive a second one, given that damage. And we'll survive the second one and get our Citrus Berry. I could Terra, but it's really early. Now I'm going to surprise them with the Heavy Slam. So I like that I did it this way because now they might not be expecting the Heavy Slam. So, I mean, I'm not even certain I kill them with it. I think I do, but now we just kind of do massive damage to them out of nowhere and they might not have been expecting that. Yeah, there we go. So now our Ting-Lu is somewhat healthy, I guess, depending on who they go into. Like if they go into Urshifu, like we're not healthy because they could just kill us. So we got their Mimikyu, which I think is a W for us, but we did not get up Stealth Rock, which is something that I did want because they have Ogerpon and Dragonite. So lack of Stealth Rock here might hurt us. Because basically everything they have is going to be faster than Ting-Lu at this point, or is just going to kill it, except for this. Okay, I'll take that. Stealth Rock now. They're probably going to Toxic, or they might go for like Chilling Water or something like that. But like I said, I kind of want these rocks up. They go Toxic, okay. I mean, I wasn't going to burn my Terra, or once again, I was not going to burn my Terra, so... given that they didn't lower my attack stat, I'm just going to fire off an Earthquake. They're probably going to like Baneful Bunker here. Do I just Whirlwind? I'm going to Whirlwind, actually. I think Whirlwind gets around Bunker. I think. Because some of these Protect moves... Well, let me see. Some of these Protect moves only protect from damage. Yeah, it does. Perfect, perfect. That was a good prediction on my part then. So let's see who their last Pokemon is. Toxapex is not as scary when I have one of their Pokemon fainted already. It's Ogerpon. I'm pretty happy about that. Because they get some Stealth Rock damage here. Just gonna click Earthquake. At this point, I don't need Ting-Lu, especially since it's poisoned, of course. I mean, depending on what moves their Toxapex has, there's a world where maybe terastallizing Ting-Lu was actually a good idea if I could keep it healthy. Because, for example, if Ting-Lu, or if Toxapex only has, like, Toxic and it doesn't have, like, Water-type moves, like, obviously Ting-Lu could just wall it for days. But given that I know that Tauros is not great in this matchup anymore, I think I'm just going to go into it now just to get off this Intimidate. The problem now is they could just easily go right back into Toxapex, which I don't love. So do I predict this and switch? I'm going to Raging Bull. They're probably going... Yeah, they're going into Toxapex, but at least it means that... Ogerpon will take more damage when it comes back in. Now the question is, do I go into Moth? God, this Toxapex is so annoying. I'm going to go into Moth, hoping that they either Baneful Bunker or Toxic. That's my best bet. Nice, okay. Now what I could do is I could Terra here, just scouting for the Water type move, but I actually don't think I need to. Let's go Meteor Beam to boost my special attack. They could go Bunker, I guess, just to scout. Honestly, if they Bunker, that's kind of annoying. Nice. It's 90 accuracy though, remember? Let's see. Excuse me. All right, everyone, let's see if we miss 2 in a row. Okay, looks like we're not. That's awesome. That looks great. That looks really cool. Nice. That does massive damage. I love that. And they toxic again. That's interesting. Okay. Huh. Man, this is tough because, like, I want to go for Energy Ball. I want to Terra and go Energy Ball, but then we could lose to Ogre Pond. Huh, this is actually scary. I could also Meteor Beam expecting them to bunker, or I think I just Energy Ball without Terra. Yeah, I was gonna Meteor Beam, but that could be really bad. Perfect, okay. So now we resist Ivy Cudgel, we 4 times resist Horn Leech, we resist Play Rough if they have it. So the worst case scenario is they go, actually, okay, actually, I think I see a way to win this. I'm going to Terra and Sludge Wave. So the risk to Terra is if they make some wild prediction, or if they Terra and just go Ivy Cudgel just to, you know, do some damage, we're dead. But at the same time, we have the same speed stat. These 2 Pokemon have the same speed stat. I think it's pretty likely that Ogre Pond, oh, well, this might just win us. Yeah, I think this wins us the game. But I was going to say, I think most Ogre Ponds don't typically run speed investment. But I felt like that was a good situation. I mean, maybe I didn't really need to Terra. I just felt like I resist Cudgel, I resist Horn Leech, I resist Play Rough. So they're probably not going to go for any of those moves. So the only moves they would go for are either Rock Tomb if they have it, or Knock Off. If they go for Rock Tomb, they might just destroy us in one hit, although I don't really know. But if I Terrasilize, then they won't kill us because I'm not weak to it anymore. And as long as we survive any hit, I was pretty certain we would kill them. Another situation was, I'm trying to think back. No, they never Terrastalized that game. If they had Terrastalized into a fire type, they would take neutral damage from Sludge Wave, so it's possible we wouldn't kill them. But either way, we're showing off the power of Iron Moth. It was able to show how good it is. And, you know, every time I see a Toxapex, I'm like, oh god, this is going to be a nightmare. And so every time I'm able to kill it, I'm always so grateful, because that Pokemon has potential to just make you just pull your hair out. Like, it can stall out games for days. But that was a good game. Let's go to the 3rd. And here's game 3. My opponent has Ting-Lu of their own. I wonder if this is a situation where we just lead Hydrapple. They do have Kingambit, though. Kingambit is good against both of Hydrapple's moves. I'm going to bring it, though, just to show it off. And then I do think I'm going to want to bring Moth, because 2 of the Pokemon that are really good against Hydrapple are their Steel types, who are, of course, weak to fire. So Moth is also just pretty solid against everything here. And then finally, I think I like Dragonite for once. Latios can be a threat, and Fluttermane can be a threat, and Scizor is pretty solid against both of those. Actually, my Scizor does have close combat as well, which is good against Kingambit. Dragonite's fine. Dragonite's better against Ogre Pond, though, so it's a little risky, though. I mean, we have... Yeah, I think this is okay. Do I want to lead with Hydrapple, actually? Or do I just want to lead with Moth? No, I think I do want to lead Hydrapple, because if I lead Moth and they lead Ting-Lu, I don't think I can one-hit KO them. So I would probably need to Terrastalize. And... I mean, I guess that's not the worst. But then if I Terrastalize, I'm not quite as good against Fluttermane. Like, I can't really switch into Fluttermane. Yeah, they do lead Ting-Lu. Not so surprising. Do I Yawn here first? I mean, the problem is they're going to get up their rocks, which is going to hurt my Moth. Which is not something I like, but let's go ahead and Yawn. I don't think there's a world where they switch right away. I would love that. What? They have Payback? That's interesting. And they're faster, which is important to note. So now I'm just going to go ahead and go for Leaf Storm. If they switch, they switch. I mean, they're probably going to switch since I just yawned them, but yeah, maybe I should have gone Draco. I mean, if they go King Gambit or Scizor, it doesn't matter what I went for, but... Oh, wow. Okay, so unfortunately, I should have... If I had clicked Draco Meteor, this would have been huge. Yeah, that would have been huge if I had gone Draco Meteor just to make a prediction. I should have done that. Leaf Storm was the obvious move I was going for there because it's super effective against Ting-Lu, but... Or I guess any Grass-type move. Either way, let's go. I think I like Moth here because we can Meteor Beam, potentially kill them, and then it kind of doesn't matter if they go into Ting-Lu after that because then we can Terrasilize and just go for Energy Ball and possibly kill them at that point. They are switching. They might go Ting-Lu here, which of course means they're going to resist it, which is unfortunate. Hopefully they don't go Ting-Lu. They do. Okay, sure. Sure. See how much this does, though. Unfortunately, they do lower our special attack. I'm pretty sure they're going to go Earthquake here. I mean, I feel confident against an Ogerpon again, right? So I think I'm just going to... That does nothing. That does straight up nothing. I mean, I can't just keep messing around with this Ting-Lu. I'm just going to go for it. If this doesn't kill, it could be a 2-hit KO. I mean, a worst case scenario is if they Terrasilize here into like a poison type. That would be awful. We know they have Payback. I'm pretty sure they're going to have Earthquake. And then from there, I mean, maybe they could have Fissure. They could have Stealth Rock. They could have Whirlwind. They could have Heavy Slam. So we'll see what happens. Does great damage. Are they Citrus? They're not Citrus. That is fantastic for us. I mean, we still take a lot of damage from that, but that's how weak our defense is. I'm so tempted to go Fiery Dance here. The problem is I'm not sure it would kill. I'm going to Fiery Dance. I mean, I just thought maybe they would Terra, but maybe I shouldn't have. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, but yeah. That was a rough one. That was a rough one because it could have gone so badly for us. But now we're at +2 special attack, and possibly their biggest threat is gone. Now, here's the big problem. If they have Flutter Mane, they just easily go into it now. They don't. Okay. So if we win the speed tie again, or if they just don't have a speed investment, they're dead. Oh, okay. Speed tie. I can't win them all, right? Like I said, I mean, typically I feel like a lot of Ogerpons I've been seeing are not running max speed, but it's okay. Like I should, you know, I shouldn't be winning all those speed ties. Let's see. So the reign of our Moth is over. And we know they're not choiced because their item is the Fire Mask. Maybe I just go into Hydrapple now? I don't know. I don't know if this is a great idea. Maybe I start with a Yawn. I kind of don't mind if they kill me, and I'm pretty confident I can take at least one hit from them. Yeah, okay, that's cool. So now I Yawn. We know they have Play Rough for what it's worth, so that's going to help us when we bring in Dragonite. I'm going to Draco now. They do switch. This could be a big mistake on my part. I mean, at this point, I kind of just don't mind if Hydrapple dies. Yeah, that's a problem. That's a big problem. Of course, we cannot Terrasilize our Dragonite anymore, so... Let's Leaf Storm. We're probably dead to a Moonblast. This is painful. Flutter Mane doing Flutter Mane thing. Sorry, Hydrapple. So we go into Dragonite. We Iron Head. They still have not Terrastilized. So if they're privy to that, they could... By the way, my Dragonite has the rare mark, so that's awesome. But they very well could just... Terra. I don't think I can... I cannot Dragon Dance, though. I feel like they're gonna Terra here. Unless it's Terra Fairy. I don't expect to... I mean, here's the thing. Even if we one-hit KO them, we're taking damage from them first, right? They're going to Moonblast and break my multiscale. So then they get to go back into Ogerpon, and our only hope at that point is that they miss the Play Rough. Terra Fairy, okay. I mean, if their choice Specs, though, which actually they very well could be, they might just destroy me here. It's going to do massive damage, even though I have multiscale. Oh, yeah, that's painful. All right, let's see what happens here. I can go extreme speed with the chance that I get like a crit and kill them, which I just don't think is happening. Even if I get a crit, I don't think I'm killing them because they're at a pretty high health. For them, they could just click Cudgel. Like they don't even, or they could, yeah, they just click any 100% accurate move. They don't have to click Play Rough. Because my thing is like, oh, well, maybe if they click Play Rough and they miss, obviously we have a chance at that point, but it is what it is. GG's. Let's see what happens. Yeah. See what happens. Yeah, they have quick attack. Okay, cool. Good game. GG's. That's Fluttermane for you. That's Ogerpon for you. I mean, you know, I always say this too, but I could just build teams with Fluttermane and Ogerpon and Dragonite on every team, and I enjoy using these Pokemon. They're fun, but it might not be fun to watch, right? So when I make these videos, that's why I try to do teams that have Pokemon that are not very commonly used. And that battle came down to the wire. That was pretty close. Let's talk about the terastallization of Iron Moth. Now, first of all, I personally would say Iron Moth was kind of the MVP of this video, because it did a lot of work, right? And I terastallized it there just to get momentum, just to get off a lot of damage against the Ting-Lu. And I felt like if we could knock out Ting-Lu, it would put us in a good position where Iron Moth could potentially take over the game. And we simply ended up losing the speed tie against their Ogerpon. Had we won the speed tie, I think, actually, I don't know. If we won the speed tie, we killed our Ogerpon with Sludge Wave, and then they go into Fluttermane, and that's a tough one because Fluttermane's just really good. It's possible we survive a hit from Fluttermane, but either way, I like Iron Moth. I like that Iron Moth set. I think I'll start using it a little bit more as well. And then Hydrapple, you know, I think I want to keep using it, so maybe I'll bring this team back in the future. But yeah, if you want to try it out, there's the team code for you. I love me some Hydrapple. I think I can envision a couple of tweaks that I want to make to the Hydrapple set, because just relying simply on Draco Meteor or Leaf Storm can be a little bit of an issue. But there's something there. There's definitely something there that seems like it's potentially strong. But anyways, thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe for more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet videos like this one. And also tomorrow is Pokemon Day. So this time tomorrow, if you're watching, well, I'm uploading this on Monday night, but on Tuesday morning is when Pokemon Day happens. So you might be watching this video after Pokemon Day's announcements. Either way, let me know in the comments what you are most excited for from Pokemon Day, or if we've already seen the announcements. Oh, look at that. Oh, I almost cursed. There's a shiny, oh wait, actually, I need to go because these things explode. A shiny Voltorb. I was hunting one, and they actually explode if you get too close to them without battling them. So yeah, anyways. Ooh, that means this one has explosion. Oh no, what do I do? I'm just gonna throw a luxury ball right away. You might be witnessing a big failure here if this thing explodes. But either way, yeah, let me know what you think about the Pokemon Day announcements. No! Please don't explode, bro. Okay, Screech. Do I false swipe? It'll take it down to 1 HP. But if they... I'm gonna go for another luxury ball. This is a funny situation. But anyways, yeah, let me know what I should name. Oh, I think I got it. Yes. All right, cool. Well, you helped me shiny hunt a Voltorb here. Let me know what I should name it. I think shiny Hisuian Voltorb is amazing. By the way, there's an event going on. It might be over now. Well, actually, I just connected it to the internet and it looks like it's still going, I guess. I don't know. Either way, yeah, you can catch you can catch Hisuian Voltorb in Scarlet and Violet. There's hordes going on, and you could get shinies. So as I just did, right? So let me know what I should name it. Let me know what you're most excited for from the Pokemon Presents, or if you've already seen it, let me know what you thought of the announcement. I'm recording this before the Pokemon Presents for Pokemon Day. I'm personally I'm not expecting too much. I think we will definitely get at least one new game announcement. A lot of it's going to be like the games they already have, like Pokemon Masters, Pokemon Unite, Pokemon Cafe, like all these like little spin-off, Pokemon Go, obviously. All these little spin-off games they have, they're going to do probably updates for those. But there'll probably be at least definitely one, maybe two like new game announcements. I'm going to guess... the rumors are, I've heard different rumors. I've heard Gen 2 remakes, and I've heard Gen 5 remakes. Personally, I'd be happy with either because I love those. Gen 2 is my favorite, though, so I prefer Gen 2. I've also heard something crazy like a hybrid of Gen 2 and Gen 5. I don't think that's going to happen, but if it did, I'd be super, super hyped. My prediction, honestly, is just like Gen 5 remakes, honestly, which I would be excited for, but I wish we would get more. So let me know in the comments what you think, and I hope you have a wonderful day. We will see you next time. Who's we? Is it Voltorb? Is it that random person over there? Is it this Gimmighoul over here? Who knows?